Wingardium Leviosa, friends. Hi!
Ah.
Welcome to Improbable Wargaming. My name is Travis,
My name is Steven.
and we are here for Hobby and Hang. We're hanging out,
Woo!
and we are building some World Eaters. I've got myself some Exalted Eightbound. We're wearing the corn shirt, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne,
Yeah, and Grogu.
and Grogu. Skulls for blood for Grogu. Skulls
Frogs
for Grogu.
Yeah, frogs for Grogu.
So I've got myself 3 boxes of 8-pound.
Woo!
And Angry Ron himself.
Angry Ron. I like that name.
So excited about this guy.
That would be the
Oh
fun
my
one to
goodness.
build.
Oh, he's so much fun.
I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I'm putting together 1 box of Exalted 8-pound, and then I'm gonna start it on
I better turn
Angron.
this volume down.
There
There will be an introduction.
Want
Perfect. But let's see here. Yep, and then I'm just continuing my Talos and Kronos builds as I really need to get them done. And I'm taking a bit of a break from painting because I noticed my painting quality was going down as I was getting real tired of doing it. So
yeah,
take a little breather.
you know, and sometimes in your hobby, you just gotta take a break. You gotta step away for a minute, and you gotta say, you know what, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna rest my eyes. I'm gonna come back at this fresh.
Oh yeah,
and I'm gonna do something different. And for me, that is assembling a brand new army. But I'm super excited about this. If you are tuning into the stream right now, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here live. If you're watching this afterwards, thanks for watching it afterwards and hanging out with us. We hope that you are hobbying with us. Whether it's putting something together, painting, messing around with terrain, maybe, or if you're just sitting there trying to figure out how to build a World Eaters list, which is what I was doing over lunch today, which is like, because Battlescribe updated with World Eater stuff, and I was like, yes, I can do stuff.
That'll make it fun and easy.
But if you're doing that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe.
Yes.
If you're not in our Discord, get the heck into our Discord.
Yes.
And if you're interested, we're doing a giveaway this month. This is who is this? This is Azrath the Annihilator. He's a World Eater special model. He looks like this.
He looks just like that.
He looks just like that. We are giving this model away. It is sealed and in box, completely brand new, and we are giving this away to 1 lucky winner. Who? How do you win? How do you win this? You get into our Discord.
Yep.
You subscribe to our channel, 100%. And you get the YouTube subscriber role within our Discord.
Do it.
That's it. That's all you need to do. It's entirely free. You 100%. Win this, we will ship it to you free of cost. Free of cost to you, not to us. We can't ship things for free because
I wish.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing this if we could ship things for free. Or maybe we would. Maybe we just make a bunch of money somewhere else and then we do this. But yeah, that's how you win this.
Yeah.
Beautiful World Eaters model. I have mine assembled. I need to prime it and paint it.
I have to show off my new things that I'm really excited. I'll be putting on my bag. I've got some new stuff from Monument. My little unicorn. Where's the camera? Oh, it's right there. That helps. Yeah. I can't wait to put these on my competitive little travel bag. I'm super excited. We got a bunch of new paints from them to check out, and their wash medium, which should be good. So I'm going all in on Monument paint. I really like their stuff that I've been using. So we've got way more
quality stuff
of their stuff to
quality paints. Quality stuff. Quality people.
Yeah,
really.
I like them a lot. So we got a couple different little things there that I got in today. Right before I came here, I was like, "Oh, look,
hi, Tiny Traveler!
Tiny Traveler!
Thanks for popping in.
Whoa, what's up?
We
guys,
appreciate it.
Popping in to wish all of you the best in your giveaways and stream. Well, thank you, Tiny Traveler. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Tell your friends.
That's indeed.
Let's go.
Get in here. Get subscribed. Get into our Discord. We love people in our Discord. We love everybody that's in our Discord.
We're just trying to spread the word of his Emperor, the Holiness himself.
The Holiness.
Have you heard of him and how he died for our sins?
Do you have a minute to talk about? He's not dead. He's not dead.
Oh yeah,
that's heresy.
That's heresy. I'm sorry. He's crippled for our sins.
That's right.
He's crippled for mankind's sins. That's what it is. I always mix that up. For the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
He protects.
Does protect. He attack. He protect.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of loyal armies, so it's hard for me to yell for the Emperor. I'm sorry.
Well, you gotta.
Gotta,
You play Grey Knights. Grey Knights are
yeah,
100% loyal. To
not
Emperor.
mine.
They're like
Not mine. Mine
real
are trying to
loyal.
find a way to overthrow everything, take over.
That's your head canon.
That's
for
a,
'em?
yeah, that's why. Like we're so loyal that we decided that they all need to go and start
We're
over.
so loyal. We decided that we could do it better.
That's exactly.
Isn't that? I'm pretty sure that was just what Horus thought.
Exactly. Like, he's like, you lied to us, Daddy. I'm coming for you.
I can rule it better. And then like the Chaos Gods were like, yeah,
Yes, you can, my son.
yes,
Do it.
do it.
Exactly. That's what we're doing here, selling the good word of his emperor.
Emperor. The Emperor.
That's too funny. Oh hey, horrible cripple bark. Oh, I love it. Emperor's fine. He just went to live on a farm upstate.
That's right.
I love it. That is the best. That's the best one. He's just upstate on a farm.
Yeah.
That is such a New England thing to say. That's what my family would be saying.
We found a nice farm for him to live on.
Exactly. We're not going to see him again, but he's happy.
It's a psyker farm, you know.
Tiger farm.
Yeah,
I love it.
They feed him psychers every day.
Oh, it's even worse. I like the first one. And then you're like, oh, you're feeding. He's like some rabid
Yeah.
guy. He's like,
Yeah, that's about right.
They feed children to him, right? That's how they keep him alive.
1,000 psychers a day.
Oh.
It
saw
has
this
to be psychers.
I saw this really cool thing. Well, it could have been psychers, but they
It could
showed
be psyker
children,
yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, only 1,000 children get to go see the emperor every day, and you guys are the lucky
you're
ones."
so special.
Yeah,
Aw.
exactly. It's like, oh gosh, he's basically just devouring mankind on his own time.
I mean, 1,000 psychers is not.
I-
It's a drop in the bucket when it comes to the Imperium of Man.
Well, we know what side he's on as he's defending it. He's like, yeah, no big deal.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that
It's necessary.
it's not hard to do.
It's
Like,
not hard to do.
No, it's compared to how many
That's funny.
how many worlds the Imperium have, and
Oh, sure.
how many psychers exist within
Sure.
said world. Like it's not a lot. It's not a lot of psychers.
I just wonder if there's like some kind of like, if your kid is chosen or psych child, whatever, like does your family receive some kind of compensation, like, hey, I'm sorry Timmy didn't come back?
Probably not, but they also probably don't know what happened.
Well, it was a good tour, and then a Zangor got free. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something.
it's
something sad story.
well, yeah. I mean, it's a similar thing with like Space Marines, right?
Yeah.
Like they take kids and turn them into Space Marines.
Well, yeah.
They're especially Primaris, like the first the first generation of Primaris Marines took like 10,000 years to create.
Yeah.
And so like they were literally taken as children, like
Rookie
from their
numbers.
homes like thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
and turned into Primaris Marines over the course of like almost 10,000 years. And so like their families had no idea where their kids went.
Right.
and what
After
happened to
10,000
them.
years, no one cared anymore.
Well, and after 10,000 years, it's like well, your whole family's dead. Like whatever. Like welcome to the grim dark future. Like there's like it's not nice. Belisarius is a monster.
Rookie numbers. What is Angron doing to make those rookie numbers? I need to know. I don't follow all his story as well as I guess I should.
Angron?
Yeah.
Oh, he just murders everybody.
Well, I mean, that is true. He murders everyone. That I get.
Killing 10,000 things a day. Oh, that's easy.
Oh, yeah,
He does that in his sleep.
Yeah, but
In his warps.
But he's also not trying to sell the idea that he's like the great protector or anything like that.
Yeah,
right?
well, neither is the Emperor anymore.
I guess that's true as well. He's like, I don't care. Let's go.
This guy's kind of a dick now.
I'm kind of curious. Like, I know
30K Emperor, nice guy. 40K Emperor,
less. So.
Not so much.
Yeah. It seems like I guess I was watching. I think about the new story updates and stuff, and they're saying that Chaos is winning right now. Like it's looking bad for the Emperor and his peeps.
Well, I mean, you gotta build up the storyline before they bring back the lion, right?
There you go.
Things can't be going super well, and then the lion shows up, and it's
Well-
like, "Hey, I'm back," and it's like, "Yeah, we don't need you, bud. We're okay."
Yeah. Well, I mean that, and I mean they're building up for Fulgrim too. So I mean it's gonna be interesting because you got those two coming back into the mix. So it's gonna be exciting. And well, isn't the lion gonna be like demon form or something? Like
Who knows? Nobody knows.
I'm kind of curious.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, they change the canon whenever it suits them. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's their story. They can do what they want.
They're
right?
like, it turns out he found a way to come back to being human. Oof.
Well, he's just been like hiding out in the Dark Angels homeworld. Right?
There you go.
They're just down in the He's like just down in the basement.
Like, let me out. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I need snacks.
Until he needs to come back, right?
There you go. I like it.
I need. Ma, give me the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, Mom.
Ma.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, these bits are everywhere. Everywhere. Oh yeah, I've got to make sure I don't cut those ones off. I've got a lot of magnetizing to do once I get all these Chronos Taluses built. And then that'll be nice. I bought 6 of them, so that gives me every version of them, and really more than enough, I feel like, to put on a table.
Yeah.
If Chronoses became super competitive, I mean, if you need more than 6, well, that's expensive. These guys are not on the cheap end of the
They come
spectrum.
what, 3 in a
I wish
like
they're one.
3
They're
to a unit or 1 to a unit?
these are $60 a model.
No, I mean like to a unit.
Oh, up to 3.
Up to 3 in a unit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could bring 9 of them.
Yeah.
And when they're $60 a model, it's they're not cheap. This is like the most expensive model in the Drakari line outside of one Forge World model.
Okay. I feel your pain.
No, you don't.
I do. As an AdMech player, all of the Iron Striders are sold a single model
Are they? Oh, okay.
to a box, and it's like a 55 or 60, probably gonna be $65
It'll-
after the price increase box.
Yeah, at least you have
Right?
them now, right?
And you can take them.
To the bank.
You can take them in a unit of 6. You can put 6 in one unit, and
Oh,
you can
really?
take up to 3 units, right?
Oh, I see.
You can
Okay.
take 18 Iron Striders at $60 pop.
So we're in the same. Oh, how many can you take?
18.
Oh,
'Cause
Jesus.
You can take
No one's
3 units of 6, right?
Wow, only the most hardcore competitors are doing that. But
Yeah,
I
no
hear
one's
you.
doing that. But
Yeah.
it was a list when the Codex first dropped. They were like, yeah, let's just go hard on Striders.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
I was hearing the what is it, the Dark Angels are Terminator blobs or wrecking people.
That sounds about right.
But I mean, honestly, they're hard to kill, super slow. Don't fight them unless you have mortal wound out.
Well, they're Terminators. They teleport.
Well, that's true, but they can't do it all the time. Right?
No, there's just deep.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what they're doing. Like if they don't bring them in right away, then you hit what they do have on the table really hard.
Yeah, I was on
And then fall back.
I was on the World Eater
Yeah.
Discord the other day in like the competitive scene, and somebody was complaining about they lost a game to Dark Angels,
Oh yeah.
and they're like, "Well, what happened? How did this? How?
What did you do wrong, sir?
Yeah, because they're like, actually, honestly, I think we play fairly well into them
Yeah.
because they're slow and we can charge them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just like, you had these giant Terminator blocks that were in the middle of the board that
Of course they were.
he teleported in, and everyone's like, how did he teleport in the Terminators onto the objective in the middle of the board? Like,
Yeah.
you can't teleport them in until turn 2. And what, you weren't anywhere near the middle of the board?
I guess not.
Like on turn 1?
Wow.
Like,
Just gave him the center, huh?
yeah, basically.
That'll do. That'll do.
Like, I didn't really want to hear any like constructive criticism. He just wanted to be upset that he lost the game, which was it happens. But
I think it's best if you start the conversation with, "I'm gonna just complain. I don't want any advice," and then complain.
well, but that's what's tough is the World Eaters Discord literally has a salt channel.
Oh, so he
like
wasn't
if you
want
to go and complain,
that's the place.
there's a channel to go and complain, and he was doing it in like the competitive
So then it's the wrong place.
channel, which was like, yeah, of course you're gonna come here and people are gonna be like, well, you could try this and that.
Oh yeah, that's different. It's different.
At that point, it was just theory crafting too, because it was like the codex wasn't out.
Oh,
It was just like, yeah, you're playing a game with like proxy models or
whatever you got on hand. Huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, I know what I want to build at least.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking with these
Oh.
bits here. I've built a couple of these already, so I'm pre-cutting out stuff and put them in their individual piles since I know where they go, which is helpful. Don't ever do that if it's your first time building the model. But if you've built a few of them and you're familiar, then go right ahead. Otherwise, you probably are asking for trouble.
But just cutting, you said cutting things out and being like, yeah, this is what I need.
Yeah, just cut the pieces out because you think you need them, and then you're like, oh,
crud. Yeah,
oh, no.
these go. Yeah, don't pull Yeah, don't pull a Necron warrior thing and
Oh,
just,
that
and
one's
just
the
snip
worst
them
right
all out
there.
because they all go to all the arms and weapons and legs go to very specific
Yes,
uh
100%. Don't do it.
bodies. Yeah,
Oh man, let's see
these
here.
guys are so cool. Gosh,
What? Oh, did you liking them so far? You were just
they're so neat. I'm
so
looking at all the
neat.
details and stuff on them. And
Well, they are the newest models, so they're gonna have a lot of detail for sure. They're dope. That's cool. I like to hear that. Where's your other side? I think you're going over
this
there.
is the
Yes.
salted 8-bound champion who
Ooh.
has 2 chain fists,
Okay, well
double chain fists.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's slicing and dicing.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he does.
Nice. This one feels heavier than the one I got.
He slices. He dices.
He's yeah, a Ronco something peel. I'm just seeing it. It feels heavier.
Maybe they put less in the ones that they sell at the
Yeah,
events.
this one
No, they don't
heavier.
do that. Monument won't do that. They're good people.
I just noticed the weight. Maybe they just went to new containers. I don't know. But either way, I like their soap so much I made sure to get one more.
Yeah.
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 And then go from there. And then we start gluing more things together.
Yeah. Those of you in chat,
Yeah,
let us know what you got going on. Let us know what you're building, what you're putting together, what you're doing. What are you working on? What armies are you doing? What are you excited for?
Do it, going.
Yeah. How excited are you to either play or play into World Eaters?
Oh boy. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh man. I was gonna go to Colorado, but my wife wanted to go to a concert and wants me to come with. So I was like, yeah, let's do that.
Was it a tournament in Colorado?
Yeah, there's a ITC tournament that I was interested in going to, but my wife didn't know I had the tournament and just offered this option of like, let's go to a concert together. I was like, yeah, we haven't done that forever.
Yeah, always good to have a chance to
hang out with her,
reconnect with the wife.
Yeah,
have a good time.
That is what we're doing next month. Oh, I do like how that fits. I built my last freaking Rap Jet last night. I've been sitting on him for quite a while, and I finally decided to build him last night. And so, yeah, Scrap Jet. Yeah. I had one left in a box, so I managed to build it last night. Stay up until like 2 a.m. building. I couldn't sleep.
When you're staying up till 2 o'clock.
I don't.
Man.
Hey, when you have insomnia, sometimes you don't sleep, and there's been nights where I literally was up all night, can't sleep, super exhausted, and then look, the sun's up. Time to take the kids to school. Time to do other stuff. I've literally gone to work on 0 sleep and just had the longest days of my life. It's just part of who I am. I probably could. I mean, I could get medicated and stuff, but I choose to deal with it.
You choose to suffer.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm just weird. It's a typical guy problem where guys are like, "Oh, I know there's a problem here, but I'm going to ignore it or I'm going to find my way of addressing it." Not always the best way, but it's my way.
Oh, it's not that bad.
That's what they keep telling me. So yeah. But like I said, I got some work done last night. I built some more what the heck? My little more Cabal guys, because I had a couple heavy weapons get kind of put together so I can finish painting that squad of Trueborn. Because Trueborn are amazing. They hit on 2s. So when you're giving them dark lances and blasters and they're hitting you on 2s, it's pretty good.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah. That is kind of the deal with them. Ooh, let's get these arms together. Oh, I gotta clean this bit up. But yeah, so I built a bunch of models and just stared at a wall. Oh, it's like fun.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like before, my shift would end at midnight. Now it's ending at 11, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like,
gosh, I hit.
Oh wow.
So tired.
Oh no.
It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Ugh.
That's funny.
So done.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I was working a little bit on setting up the computer to do YouTube interview stuff, but I got some of the stuff in there, but then like the first time I played it, the audio came through, and I was like, oh, good, we're on the right track. and then now the audio has not played since. You can see the speaker moving, but no audio. So I was gonna be like, probably ask you to come over on a Friday, take a look, watch it be something ridiculously easy to fix. But my old man,
desktop audio now.
it appears to be. I looked through all the easy stuff, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I mean, the other possibility is, I need to create a little extra file in there that lets it play it. I don't know. I don't know why I heard it once and then never again. The cruelty of it all. But I plan on actually this Friday, 9 in the morning for us. I'm interviewing Jake from Vanguard Tactics on Instagram.
Jake from State Farm?
Yes, Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
Yes, it's amazing. But yeah, Jake and I are hanging out and doing that before he streams that evening in the because for him it's 3 p.m. when I talk to him at 9 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we're gonna chat about 40K and
at least it's not like an obscene hour interview. Like 3 p.m. seems like that's an okay time to talk, and 9 a.m. is better than
like 6,
7
or 2 in the morning or something crazy. No, it's not too bad. It'll be exciting to chat with him because meeting him in LVO, we were both just kind of running from game to game, and then when games are all done, we're all like, So this way we can actually chat, talk about stuff, and I want to hear his thoughts on Botan, since he's competing with them all the time. Need to hear his take on them. He hasn't.
Look, it's an exalted 8-bound champion with double chain fist. Look how sweet this guy
is. Sweet!
He's done. He's here.
He's ready. Let's go. Get some.
Wants to murder something.
He comes together real well. Man, there's a lot of details on that model.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, there. I think that the suck cut method will work so well on that.
Suck cut.
That's my favorite thing to say these days. The suck cut method.
Suck cut.
Go. Okay, so we got that. I think at this point we got to get him on his stand.
Yeah. The way I've looked at
no. Yes.
Because there's exalted 8-bound and there's regular 8-bound.
Okay.
Right? And
like everything I'm hearing so far.
Basically exalted 8-bound you take and you send into anything that's like toughness 8 or higher. They'll kill that thing.
Yeah.
And then the regular 8-bound you send into literally anything else. And they will kill that also. Like they're just.
So how many exalted 8-bounds can you have?
You can have it up to a unit of 6. They're kind of like
they're a one-man unit? Or one pick or whatever? I don't know where I'm looking for.
They're kind of like Scorpec Destroyer.
Okay.
Right? Like it's
so you can have 6 units or you can have 3 units of 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yep. Exalted 8-bound are just a unit of 3 though.
Ah.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the truth of it all.
But I don't think you want. There's a certain point in World Leaders that I've been noticing where there's like a diminishing rate of return.
Oh sure.
It's like you can take Horn Berserkers in a unit of 10, and then you think to yourself, what do I need to send 10 Horn Berserkers into? what do 10 Corn Berserkers kill? And the answer is an awful lot of things, and usually they overkill it by a lot.
Oh boy.
And so you're like, okay, so I really only need like a squad of 5, right? And you're like, pretty much.
Pretty much. That's how we're doing this. Let's clean up these arms, and then we'll get this. I'll kind of make it my own version of these because I know with these Talos and Chronos they have different bottoms, but honestly, I like the tentacle-y look anyways over the Talos version, so we're going this way. Let's go. That puppy.
Yes. Somebody joined our Discord.
Woohoo! Cool. Welcome to the Discord.
Willkommen.
Willkommen. Welcome. Bienvenue. Let's see. I wonder what's going on.
All right.
Okay.
2 more guys. Let's go.
More to go. Yep. I've got arms to put on, and we'll go from there. Oh man. But yeah, no. So it'll be really cool to talk with Mr. Vanguard Tactics and all that.
Yeah.
And then I'm meeting with having an interview with Jacob from Hobby Goblins next Monday. So
you're just interviewing everybody named Jake.
I'm just gonna do if they have a J in it. I'm interested.
Their name is Jake.
Well,
or Jacob.
Jacob, Jehovah. There we go. I'm going in that order. Jehovah. That's how we're doing this, people. Don't question it. Let's go with it.
Jacob, random Jehovah's Witness that was walking by one
Yeah,
day.
it's like,
Hey,
hey,
get
do
in
you
here,
want
let
to
me
interview? You want to interview?
You
Like,
want to interview?
sure.
All right.
Oh, let me tell you how I could save you.
There was
Yeah.
a comedian that I was watching the other day that was like,
Mm-hmm.
he said something about Jehovah's Witnesses, and
Uh-oh.
he was like, no, I love Jehovah's Witnesses. There was one that was walking by my house the other day, and I invited him in, and I was like, yeah, come on in. And I was like, here, sit down. You want some coffee? And he's like, sure. He sits down at the table, and I say, hey, all right, what do you want to talk about? And he's like, honestly, I don't know. I've never gotten this far.
I've heard that one before. Yes, I love it. Like, you're the first one to let me in. He's like, there's a reason why we have a limit of how many you get into heaven.
I never planned to get here.
Exactly. I love it. That's hilarious. Let's go. That's what he's thinking in his head. He's like, let's go. He's like, oh, shoot. I don't have questions. I don't have answers either.
Oh, well. Want to paint some Eightbound?
Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, perfect. Done with that. Ooh, I'm getting myself. Put this up. War Rock. These arms fit just almost like they belong there.
Almost. Almost like it was designed to go together.
So weird when things work. Thank you, GW. Uh-oh, now I break the model. Okay. He's looking like he's here to torture the souls. As the Talos goes out and harvests whatever it can find to bring back to its homunculus master for experimentation, or otherwise known as free healthcare. He's like, come, elves have healthcare.
Not free to everybody.
No, gotta be the selected ones. Let's see.
Pay your taxes.
Oh boy. That is important. Okay, let's see here. This model's probably gonna have to sit for a second and dry. I'm going so fast that it's gonna do bad things before I know it. Oof. Oh man. There we go. I talked to Derek, the Sisters player that I played in LVO.
Yeah.
Like he was a really, really nice guy, focused on trying to build his community like we are.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a league night, which I like, where it's a kind of it's got a hobby track and it's got a competitive track. So if you come,
that was the guy you interviewed.
That was the first of two.
Yeah,
I did two interviews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because our friend.
I didn't know if we were talking about the same guy.
Oh yeah. So what happened was our buddy Mike was struggling to get in, so we had a stand in for a bit.
Land Speeder Vengeance. I built Storm Speeders. I haven't built Land Speeders. You have to tell me what the Land Speeder Vengeance
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. It's like the firstborn Land Speeder. The Storm Speeders are the Primaris Land Speeders, and Land Speeders are the firstborn ones.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember what the Vengeance is. Is it the one? Does it have missiles or lasers? Or I don't know.
Yeah. What is
it? Something.
Tell us more.
Tell us what it is. What does it do?
Yes. There we go. That's what we need. These go together.
From whence it came.
Yes. I feel like that's a reference.
I don't know.
But I did love that when I asked you if you read Sutter Kane and you're like, no, what's that? I was like, you don't watch horror movies enough.
That is accurate. I don't watch horror movies. They're not really my thing.
Mouth of Madness is kind of like it's almost like it's like this look at Stephen King almost in a sense. But what if his stuff became real?
Huh.
As he writes it, our imagination breathes life into them. So it's more suspense than it is horror, but it's got a little bit of everything. So I like it a lot. For those of us who enjoy those things. Which I can't say if you do.
Raven Wing with huge plasma.
I don't like anything I'm hearing. Ooh. Stop it now.
Land Speeder with plasma.
Plasma.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
As someone who doesn't play Space Marines that have such things, I don't know what that means. Yeah.
You don't really have plasma at all, do you?
No.
Yeah.
We don't have any of those.
Yeah, Grey Knights don't have any plasma. That's funny.
We're just like, we're the most advanced Space Marines, huh? Cool. And that's where that ends.
Oh, you guys get to do psychics.
Yes, that's where we're the most advanced, not for any other reason. Where are you, my friend? Ooh, there's a hand, and there's bits that go with the hand. So what's up, Yoda Tech? How you been? Any updates? Any big tournament wins?
Tournament?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yoda Tech does tournaments.
I don't know.
He's going to the Cherokee Open, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
If I remember correctly.
Ooh.
So Yoda Tech's a big time player.
You ever stare at the sprue long enough and you forget what number you're looking for?
More like I can't find the number I'm looking for, but yeah.
I'm like, what? Where is it? And then I'm like, oh yeah, which number am I looking at? Oh yeah, 51. That's what I'm looking for. Look, it's right here. I found it.
You found it, people.
51.
Oh,
51.
I can't say I'm building this exactly the way it probably was intended, but I am building it.
Spoken like a true Drukari player.
Oh, I don't even remember what I said now, so I'm worried.
I can't say I'm building this exactly as I intended, but I'm building this way anyway.
Oh yeah, I guess that's.
I don't know. Here, put an extra arm in here.
I guess I can see it now. The homunculus' helpers, like,
yeah.
Is that where that goes? I'm not really sure.
That's not how you built it last time. Shush! I'm cooking. Leave me alone.
It'll work. It's good enough.
More of a free-form homunculus, you know? I don't really adhere to the rules.
Oh, he dropped out of the Cherokee event due to work. But how does it do to work? Do you work weekends? Is that the deal? Because I don't believe you, sir.
You know what you could do?
Uh-oh, here it comes.
You could quit your job.
Yes.
And then go anyway.
There's the answer. That's what I would
Welcome to Terrible Life Advice with Travis.
Yes. I mean, just quit. Who needs to work anyway?
Right. You can just win the tournament and win all the money that you get by winning a 40K tournament, right?
There's money, but I wouldn't call it much.
There isn't. There not really.
That's $4,000 prize, at least for LVO.
Yeah, for LVO, which is like 1,000-person tournament.
Yeah, do it. Come on, win it all.
Cherokee is like
you gotta believe, right?
You gotta believe in Heart of the Cards.
Bunch of negative Nancy's.
Heart of the Cards.
I went to LVO thinking that I might win next year. Well, we'll keep this arm for later. I don't know. I know this is a nice little power fist, but I'm not a big fan of it. I like more attacks at strength, strength 7 versus strength 14. Having less, I don't know. Weird.
You know what's better than power fists? Chain fists.
Chain fists. Oh boy. He's dead. You're here first, people. Chain fists are where it's at. Don't question it.
I mean,
you don't have a choice, right? You're not doing Rule of Cool,
Let's talk about the 8-bound data sheet, the Exalted 8-bound data sheet.
You're doing Rule of Cool. Don't lie about
so they get... No, I'm not doing Rule of Cool. Chain fists are dope.
Oh boy, Yoda Tech's going on.
So it is, on the regular 8-bound, 4 attacks. 5 attacks on the Exalted 8-bound.
Ah, I see.
Or on the champion. Right?
Yeah,
so 4 attacks, 5 attacks on the champion. Right?
Okay.
Your world leaders. So on the charge, you get an extra strength and an extra attack. So it's actually 5 and 6 attacks, right?
Cool.
And then the Exalted 8-bound have either an 8-bound Eviscerator. Actually, they have both of these. They have an Eviscerator and a chain fist. So they can either attack with their chain fist or their Eviscerator. Right?
Yes.
The Eviscerator, they get 1 extra attack with it.
Uh-huh.
But the chain fist is strength plus 3.
Ooh.
So that is strength 9 baseline. Because they're strength 6.
Sounds good to me.
So strength 9 baseline, strength 10 on the charge.
Woo!
Right?
Killer.
AP minus 4 for flat 2 damage. However, the champion,
good,
this guy here,
who
conveniently I have built to have 2 chain fists.
2 chain fists?
If you have 2 chain fists,
it
increases the weapon damage by.
Oh.
You don't get an extra attack. You get more damage with it. So it takes it to strength 10 on the charge, AP minus 4, damage.
Ooh. That sounds good.
And 6 attacks with that.
Hitting
on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
It's real good.
It's real good.
It's real good. He's going to mince up some things.
He's going to touch things that don't want to be touched.
Indeed. And very much so.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Maybe not when I'm against me, but yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, you're a teacher?
They gotta get to you. First, though.
What do you teach, Yoda Tech? Tell us more. Uh-oh. Some about inner circle stuff. We're getting in trouble already. I can hear the Emperor from down the hall now. Like, let's go. Okay, we got some arms being built. Got glue drying. This is going to go on later. So a bunch of this stuff is just for laters. Oh, wait, we got to get these on. Oh, man, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to the Lone Star event in Texas.
Lone Star.
Only thing I don't like is it's in Dallas, which is still quite a ways from my family. We're in Houston. It'd be cool if they had a Houston event. Because I would...
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I think to myself, when I think about events in other states, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, it's in like one part of a state, and it's like, well, it's maybe you have relatives in a different part of the state, right?
Yeah.
Like here in Iowa, like, okay, like say there's an event in Des Moines, but you have relatives that live in like Cedar Falls or like not Cedar Falls, Cedar
Rapids.
Yeah, Cedar Falls too. That would work too.
Okay.
It's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not that far away. Like,
it is when you're at a tournament.
it is. But like, if you were like, hey, I'm gonna go and like hang out with my family, and then like come back and come into town for a tournament or whatever, like 2 hours. Texas can be like 7 hours away.
Yeah.
It's like, depending on where you're at in
Agreed.
Texas, it's like, oh, you can hang out with your family there. Oh, you need to go to a different part of Texas. It will take you a literal forever
exactly.
to get where you need to go, because Texas is so big.
I have a friend who is a teacher at community college here. He does small engine repair, and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. People need to learn stuff like that. That is for sure.
I'll give you 2 guesses as to what Yoda Tech specializes in for automotives.
Oh, I don't know. Just tell me, because I'm not clever enough.
I'm pretty sure he said it before. And this isn't a guess, but it might be a guess. I'm pretty sure it's Toyota's.
Oh yeah, he did say that before.
Which is why he's Yoda Tech.
That's right. He did say that before. I apologize.
Toyota technician.
Yes, that's right. He did.
I like it. I'm here for it. I'm here for these puns.
I do remember him saying that now. That's right. Well, as always, Yoda Tech, it's great to have you hanging with us. Oh, show.
These bits are hilarious. These look like little flip flops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at these.
Oh my goodness.
Look, these are they're.
He's having too much fun.
Look at this.
You can't have this kind of fun.
Look, his.
They are flip flops.
They're little flip flops.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what they are.
So my models have those as well.
If I can get this on camera here. So it's
flip flops.
Like right here, it's like the bottom of his feet, and like the bits are like literal flip flops.
He's loving it too much.
Just like the tips of his toes, little tips of his toesies.
Don't judge him, or maybe judge him. I don't know.
You can
judge him.
Well, threaten me with a good time.
Uh-oh. He's like, yes. Let's see here.
Little flip flops.
Oh man. Ooh. Oh, let's see. Oh, it was funny. Like we got the only. So we got Iowa coming. And we were offered something that no other streamer has been offered, which is we can be there filming if we want to.
Ooh.
Specifically told me, since we're part of the family of that crew, we can do that if we choose. So I was like, well, that would have been nice to tell me before I bought my ticket to compete.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little hard to do both.
Yeah. I don't know.
It would be fun to do it because I feel like it would get a lot of views because of what it is. And doing it live, it would be a really amazing opportunity to grow the stream for sure. It's kind of one of those, that's the hard part with doing 40K streaming for battle reports and trying to be at least somewhat competitive player, because you have to pick.
Yeah.
And normally the choices we have to make are, how much do you love your wife? Versus how much you want to do the stream. Not like, do you want to compete or do you want to stream?
Right.
So it's like, these tough choices. But I love the idea. If I didn't love being competitive, that's the problem. Like, my wife always complains about, is like, even when I was doing like full-time playing Final Fantasy 15 or whatever online and stuff, not 15, 14, and then doing Destiny.
You streamed that for a while.
Well, I was streaming it too, but I was also doing like week 1 clears, and you'd be sitting there putting in like 12-hour days trying to beat a raid that week, that's just my mentality. I don't like doing stuff kinda. I like going all in. Yeah, name kind of gives it away. Oh, shush, Yotech. You and me outside. Let's go. I don't know. Let's see. How tall are you, Yoda? I just need to know if I'm leg locking you or if we're
Yeah,
going.
right. I was
We're
like,
going.
you're going to the ground either way.
Yeah. I just want to know where I need to focus. Let's see. I don't remember which way did these go. It is nice when you have pictures. But I did buy a couple more models, but they're all for my current collection. Like I bought 6 more Harlequin bikes to round out so that I could have a little more flexibility on what I put on the table.
Yeah.
You know, because melee versus bullish is really kind of hard to magnetize that. Pretty much impossible as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But doing the there it goes. Doing the other side where I can have 6 units that are boluses and 6 units that are melee, and then well, actually it'll be 9 and 9, so I can do 3x3. Is basically with other weapons that get glued onto the bikes. And then so that's my logic. I'm sticking to it. Don't judge me much. I did that, and I picked up a couple more Dakari Hobolites just because I need a couple more heavy weapons. And really, that's it. My orcs are.
You grab them before the prices increase.
Yeah, the only thing I don't have, like outside of Forge World, which I don't plan on getting any orc Forge World stuff outside of my orc boss on Warbike. I'm only missing the tank busters.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have so many squads that have tank, missiles. I could just kit bash some of my extra boys into it, I think, and not worry about it is probably the better answer. Spending the money buying them. What I'm thinking. What does Joe Tech say?
Maybe
Nothing.
Maybe someday you find a cheap deal on them like on eBay. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Well, I went through and got my my old metal Howling Banshees back up and running. They're all on bases now again, and weapons reattached. So that saves me a pretty penny since I bought them back when they were cheap compared to now. So I'm excited to at least have some metal heavy girls on the table. Boo boo. Actually, I was looking to see if there was a lot of Craft World metal stuff on eBay, but they really not. Everyone got them all. You guys try to plan fully painting armies. Yeah. I mean, on the stream, all of our armies are fully painted that we feel. That's kind of our policy.
Yep.
But when I'm practicing stuff right now, like I've been getting reps in with my Dakari, and they're not all painted yet. But that's okay because I need the reps more than while I'm slowly painting them up.
Yeah.
I'm almost done that army. I've got my Dakari at about 80% painted. Something a bit went flying. I don't know what it was. It was
not an important one.
Probably not. I'm gonna hope.
Just a nib or something.
Yeah, I think so. But either way, so yes, for the stream we play painted.
Yep. Yes, we do. However, if we're playing casual or if you're coming out to Jay's Seating Hobby on Friday nights,
yes,
on the south side, you
be there.
Yeah, no paint required. For your models, you can come with.
They don't even mind if you bring your 3D printed stuff.
Yeah.
So they just want you there playing.
No paint required. No, basically just so long as you and your opponent agree to whatever you're playing with, then have fun. Do whatever you want. That's kind of the policy that I run with when I'm playing casually as well. Is just if somebody shows up with a gray army, I'm fine with it. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't play the like 10-point handicap sort of thing. Like it's silly to me. Like
I'm not doing that again for that. I mean, what's the point then?
Like I understand GW's stance of like, hey, we want to encourage you to put paint on your. Right?
Yeah.
We want to encourage you to participate in the hobby and be part of, painting and enjoying that part of it. I get it. I understand it. It won't be. It just isn't something I care about doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just like if I lost by, or if I won by like 9 points, and I gave somebody like a 10-point handicap, it doesn't feel like a win.
No,
right?
No.
Like it feels you're like, oh, so I didn't really win, but I kind of won because I didn't have a painted army.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It's not really a win. You know,
Nope,
and I'd
nope.
feel the same way the other way around. Like if someone was like, "Oh, you have one model that's not painted, so 10 points," and then I lose by 8, I'd be like, "Okay, but I kind of won."
Yeah. I have the moral victory now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think just playing, getting reps in, who cares? Now, if I'm at a tournament, we're playing each other across the table, and yours is unpainted. I'm dang sure making sure I get my 10 points.
That's the rule.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
in the tournament pack.
That, but that's
It's what you agree to when you sign up for the tournament.
exactly. That's the only place I would hold you accountable to it for sure.
Well,
But that's where you're
I
supposed
mean,
to.
it's just that. Yeah, I mean that's if it's in the tournament pack, like the player pack for the tournament, where it's like, hey, you have to have a fully painted army, or you're gonna get a 10-point dock, right?
Yep.
Then that's something that your opponent agreed to when they showed up to the tournament without a fully painted army.
Oh yeah. Imagine how many uh guys who win in would have just unpainted. I mean, there's some guys that are super competitive, and they would just be like, nope, done paint, not painting.
I mean, how often? Okay,
Don't say it.
like all points matter for the most part. But like if you go to certain tournaments where points don't really matter, and it's all like win path percentage or like opponent win percentage stuff or whatever, and you're like, how much does 10 points matter? Right? Like how many games do we play on like a competitive level where you win or lose by 10 points?
Oh, sure.
Right? Like usually it's more than 10 one way or another, right?
I don't know. At LVO, I had I think at least half my games were within 10.
Were they?
Yeah, because so the guys that I played, on the 6 players that I played, majority went 4-2. So I played a pretty good, pretty tough group. One guy went 5-1, and one guy went 2-4. So overall, the group itself was very competitive.
Sure.
So I can't speak to other groups, obviously, where it was probably the opposite. But in my experience, we had a lot of close games with the Harlequins. But that could speak more to my play style versus the other people's group.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking to myself that like just because I mean, obviously you would want to show up with a full. You don't want to play. So. You don't want to play with a 10-point reduction just off the bat. Right?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
But I also could see someone being like, you know what, like I don't have the time, and I want to go and play.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go and do it, and like who knows if 10 points is really gonna matter.
Sure.
Right.
True, Dad.
Like, is that person winning the tournament? Probably not. Especially if you're playing in a tournament where points matter, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, whoever has the most points at the end wins, right?
Well, true. Let's see.
Then at that point, it's a bit.
I don't agree. Let's see. Get these little arms in here, because you guys have lots of little arms sticking out. They go to harvest unsuspecting souls.
Oh, they're suspecting. They are not unsuspecting in any way. I'm pretty sure all the souls that guy harvests are entirely suspecting that they're about to get harvested.
So, like, look at this interesting little flying.
Ooh.
I don't know what you call it.
Hey, touch it.
It's like, you friends? You look friendly.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're fully aware that bad stuff is happening.
I suspect when a space marine sees this, it doesn't even start. He doesn't say anything. He just starts shooting.
Yeah. Not even.
There's no question. He's like, that thing's too bad. Yeah. He's like, I don't care what you call it. I'm gonna shoot it. Let's see. What about you, Yoda Tech? You got fully painted army yet? No. What's up? You just painted your golden boys gold and threw contrast on them and called it quits? What's up? Gave him some black hair. Look, 3 colors. That is the way. This one in here. You guys gonna want to sit for a while and chill on this glue. Which way should we do? Pick up. Okay. Only thing I use from Army Painter. I love their glue. Get a little high while you build your model. Man, this stuff's got some strong smell. Okay. I think he is ready to chill. I got all the weapons. I got still magnetized. Get it all ready. Get those over there. So, since you're not going to that tournament now, Yoda, what are your big plans? Oh, Solar Rex, how are you? All right, you came in the same color as Yoda. I did for some reason. I just didn't hear that the names changed. Solar. Do you play Painted Armies, or interested in get competing, or what's your story? Oh. Well, funny story. While you're thinking about answering that,
Like
uh,
a funny haha story, or like a funny
funny, more like I
like
don't
an
know.
intellectually funny story.
I just don't know if I enjoy having this many ladies in my house anymore. So I decided to trim out the goatee. Bring back some of my the cameras there. We need to put like a little sun around it so I know it'll look there. But I shortened it up. No more long one.
It's not gonna rub against the microphone anymore.
Yeah,
Nice.
and my daughter was like, "Oh, you don't look weird anymore." I was like,
Thanks.
Okay. And then, of course, mom was like, "Yeah, I like you better this way." So I'm like, "Oh, so you all thought I look terrible? Thank you."
And you just didn't say anything.
My lovely, well, yeah, they waited until I pointed out that I trimmed it. Like, oh, thank God. Yeah, like, oh God, I love you, ladies, so much.
A little showdown.
Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. I think how much they're 2 damage each, right? Their swings.
They are 2 damage each, except for the champion, because I gave him the two chain pistols. They'll be 3 damage each.
Oh, he gets extra damage, not extra attacks. Interesting.
Correct. Yeah, that's what's weird, right? Because usually it's like if you have like 2 of something, like two lightning claws or whatever, right? You get extra attack with them. Nope, 2 chain fists somehow equal 3 damage each instead of.
I'm gonna crack open this monument paint. Take a look at what I got here. The only thing I don't have for monument paint now is I don't have their collection of Ninjons, and I can't remember his friend's name collection. That's the only colors I'm missing. We got burnt cyan, got some lovely turquoise, actually really fun. But I haven't decided. I can't get it in there. I'm gonna knock over models there. But my goal is once I'm done with my Jakari, I'm gonna paint my entire Craft World collection in monument paints. So that will be good. Ooh, a blue black. That'll be fun. What else we got here? We got a black green. You know what this black green is? This is the primary color for Jakari. So it's not bad that they've got this here. That's exciting. And then we got bright pale green. This has an orky feel to it already to me.
You know what I like about monument paints?
Painted plum. What's up? Dark golden
The
brown.
name of the paint makes sense.
They're actually
that you like. I don't even have to look, and you tell me the name of the paint, and I know exactly what color it is.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm just like, yep, that's what it is. They're like, oh, dark green. Or like black green. I'm like, yeah, no, I know what that is. I know exactly what that looks like.
Instead of incubi darkness, you're like, what's that color?
Dark angel green. And you're like, okay. And it's like, what is that? And it's a contrast. And you're like, oh, well, okay.
Well, that's what I'm really glad that I got this wash and glaze from them. Like I keep doing it that way. Yep. I'm so terrible. I got the wash and glaze because you could turn any of their colors into a glaze or a contrast. Mm-hmm. So I like that. So I want to try that out as well. And it's a nice size bottle. So it looks pretty neat. Let's see.
I'll have to pick myself up on those too.
Let's see what we got here.
That's the one thing I did notice about their paints.
Yeah.
Some of them don't thin super well into.
Gotcha.
You put water in it and they'll break or they'll separate a little bit.
Okay.
Not a lot, and it's fine. You just have to like mix it up
Burnt
a little
orange.
bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping with like a medium like that
dark green
it
camo.
thins down a little bit.
Yeah, dark purple. And let's see, we got dark blue.
Debating joining a.
Yeah, what do we got?
Yes and no. Black Death Guard, Raven Guard, Dark Angels, yes Custodes, and Blood Angels. Mostly everything else. Say the ADHD gets me. Hey, I hear you.
No, I hear that. Shadow
bouncing around a few different armies. Debating joining some Solar Arcs. Debating joining a 9th edition Escalation League.
Do it.
No painting required, but must have books. Well, thinking I might just wait for 10th and buy those books. Since I don't have the 9th edition books. That's dumb.
That you have to have the book?
I'll die on this hill. That's dumb that you have to have books.
Because honestly, you just need the tournament book, and it has all your rules. It has everything that really matters in there.
Well, I mean,
Except
it's
for
not
the
gonna have your
stratagems.
stratagems and your army rules and stuff like that,
But the
but
stratagems change all the time, so what does it even matter? You can just print off the rules.
and a website called Wahapedia exists that has all your rules on it and available to you
Yes, 100%.
that you could just print off.
That's right.
So I don't know. I would
I would just. Yeah.
I would talk to the person who's heading up your escalation league and be
Yes.
like, hey, like I understand the overall concept of wanting people to have their rule book, right? Like it makes sense. You want people to be able to like tangibly have their rules available to them at any time,
Yes.
especially in an escalation league when you're learning the rules and you're game. I get it.
Yep.
But I would just talk to them and be like, hey, like, can I,
Please.
yeah, can I just, like, if I have my rules printed off, can I do that? You know?
Yeah.
Is what I would ask before just like throwing it off and not doing it. 'Cause
Yeah.
an escalation league is a great way.
And they want you.
Yeah.
More than you want them. So you should talk to them.
Yeah. An escalation league is a great way to get into the game. I think it's a great. I kind of wish I had done it when I first started getting into it. It like I don't need to do it now, but
Yeah.
like I kind of wish
It
that I
still
had
would
done
be
it when I
fun to do
first
even
got
now.
into it. Yeah, and I would just have to try really, really hard to like make a casual list.
Well,
I would just
in the beginning, I mean,
You know?
the thing is, even if you make a non-casual list in the beginning, 1,000 points and less is such a swingy game
It's true
that
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah, you're
you
not
could
wrong.
bring trash and it would still be a swingy game. So I don't know. That's just it's luck of who goes first.
I wouldn't want to go to an escalation league.
Yeah,
The knowledge that I have now,
sure. Which isn't very much.
and go into someone who's just starting out.
Oh, I would love
And
it.
just like
Bring me those fresh babies.
I don't want to. Yeah, Mr. Baby Strangler over here.
Give me those babies.
Yeah, I don't want to strangle any babies. I don't want to club any seals in an escalation. I feel
Well,
like
yeah,
I want to make sure that everybody's having.
Well, no, if I went to an
having
escalation
fun.
league knowing that majority of the people are new to the game and stuff like, yeah, I'm not bringing competitive stuff. I'll bring fun stuff. I'll experiment.
That's the idea of an escalation league.
Yeah, I think that's the
people.
thing that it comes down to is your mindset. If you're going there, you're not going to win the whole thing. You're going there to learn the game and have a good time, make friends. So just bring fun stuff and the rule for that.
But yes, I don't like that rule that you said that you have to have your book. I don't like it.
Yeah, that part is less fun.
But and yeah, I mean, we don't know what 10th edition is bringing.
Well,
We don't.
The rumors
we don't,
say we're not getting nothing. It's a fresh start.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I
I don't know about that. You know.
Well, apparently they're gonna codex, or what's the word? Basically, the army's gonna have this like generic. All the armies gonna have a generic roster of models and abilities, and they're gonna toss out all the books, and we're going to, as your books come out, you'll have your new stuff. I don't know. We'll see if that's true. But the rumor's getting more and more prevalent. It's going around like everywhere.
As more and more people say the same rumor.
Exactly. I love it.
Doesn't
Keep saying
necessarily
it.
mean
It
that
does.
it's more and more
It does.
true.
It's 100% true now, people. Don't listen to this guy over here. Don't listen to him. It's true.
Tell you what, you say it's true.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's not true. One of us will be right.
That's true. Or will
Either
it?
way, Improbable Wargaming was correct.
Yeah.
In their
assessment
and guess as to
That's
what
all we care about.
10th edition is bringing.
That's all we care about.
You're
We're
like
right.
full rules reset. Your codex means nothing. I'm like, no, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
One of us will be.
Personally, I think that now they've seen what 9th edition is like and how these current rule set is, I feel like they could tweak it as we go into the next round of 9th and improve it for the next set of codexes. I'd like to see that versus completely ditching it. But, I really like the hype of burn it down. So I'm in there with them. I'm like the corn being like, yeah, burn it down. So, but we'll see. Who knows what's really going to happen, right? I mean, one of the rumors is that we're going back to the large table format, and all that.
I'd be so angry if they did that.
And all that. So, hey, I've got 2
table
big
size
mats,
again.
so I'm fine with it. But yes. I hope nobody cut their mats, because if they did go back, there's going to be some angry people who are still competing as we go back up in size. Well, there won't if they go bigger. If they go bigger, there won't be any more turn one charges probably, except for if you're a Gene Stealer cult, because that 32-inch threat range is real. But outside of that, I don't know.
Fortunately, it's just 1 damage.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of 1 damage.
It's a lot of AP. It's like AP3.
Yeah, AP3 1 damage.
It's just 1 damage.
Did they? I didn't look at the strats well enough yet. I know they have a lot of different strats, but I didn't see if there was a way to boost that.
Not the damage.
Not the damage, because then that would be sick. Like 2 CP boost the damage by 1. That could be good.
Nope, doesn't exist.
They would just chew through a lot.
You might be able to bump their.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like number of attacks, but it's all still 1 damage.
Well, you can do that through their different ambush choices. Like our time is nigh. That one gives them a +1 attack, and it gives them something else. Oh, instead of so our time is nigh is like 20 points. It gives them +1 attack, and instead of rolling advance, they just auto move 6. So that was pretty cool. I like that. Then they have another one where they roll 3d6 on their charge, and that was 20 points as well. I can't. That one is what was it? Trap well laid or whatever.
Yeah. What you want?
So, I like the names of the stuff.
What you want for at least one of the Gene Stealers though is the pregame move.
Yes, 100%. Well, no, they get that anyways. Very quickly.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll look for harder. But either way, that might be the trap well laid one, if, off the top of my head, because
it's when they
move
you,
like
when you
inches.
Deploy them from the blip. They get to move.
Yes, and they go far.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
G-Star Cult has a lot of nifty stuff in it.
They have a lot of. That's honestly just what's kind of been like. It's kept me from jumping into it. Just like I have a lot to think about with other arms. So
I don't know. Like I used to think that the Harlequins and stuff were a little overwhelming because they have so many different. Some of the stuff is very niche stratagems and stuff, but once you play them enough, it just becomes second nature. So,
yep.
How many armies are like? All the elves are. Every elf army has the same rule. You can fight, and instead of letting your opponent fight back, you spend a CP and hop back in your boat. I love that one.
Yeah.
That one just makes people mad.
Well, I don't know. It's like yeah, like playing elves, right? Like there's intersecting rules that
which is nice.
As long as you learn those, it kind of applies to a bunch of different. ESC is like its own thing.
Oh yeah.
Like there aren't really a lot of intersecting rules.
Oh yeah.
Well, other armies.
Oh yeah, and that reminds me, like when Calvin was asking about that boat falling back and shooting, and like it's called like feigned retreat, and so it's a 1 to 2 strategy, 2 CP. 1 CP if you fall back and just shoot. 2 CP if you fall back, shoot, and charge with it. Right. So I like that you have options with it, which is really cool. Elves just got these live and die by quick maneuvers, so I like that. I need to keep getting more. I've got like 4 reps in with my Jakari so far. I like them a lot. They are like my Harlequins, but in the sense that they're fast like my Harlequins. I found a really cool thing. So I'm playing with my Jakari. I'm playing behind enemy lines, and they have Reavers that their base move is 18 inches. For if you pick the combat drug Adrenaline Junkie or whatever it's called, they get +2 inches to their movement. So now their base movement is 20 inches. They auto advance 8 additional inches as well. So they have a 28-inch move they can do.
That's nuts.
They're getting into your deployment.
Yeah, right.
They're scoring me that 3 points for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the more I'm learning about Jakari, I'm like, they're really fast. They've got a lot of good shenanigans and stuff.
Yeah, that's elves for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but a lot of people talk about how, like, as a general rule, Harlequins are fast across the board, but it's very even. Like, where Jakari have some units that are like super fast, and then for elf standards, okay, you know what I mean? Everyone else would think that they're fast, but elves are like, those are our slow boys. Yes, they're moving 8 inches, but that's slow to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm running like 3 units of Reavers in my squad, and in groups of 3, and they're just real fun nuisance. I like the fact that I can fall back with them for a CP, so you can fall back 20 inches with them and charge a different unit. Now you're even deeper into their deployment. You're just like, So elves in general are my bread and butter. I love them. Soul Rex thinks a hard reset would be fun. I mean, it sure could be.
Can be fun.
It could be, for sure.
I mean, I'll be here for whatever happens.
Yeah,
You know,
we're here.
yeah.
We're
I'm not gonna get angry enough to probably quit the game, you know, whatever, right? Regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like even if we didn't like hard reset like we're talking about, we're getting new codexes, which are gonna be resets for every single one of the armies, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot they could do in either option. I agree with the idea of not changing the board size because a lot of tournament providers, you know, and stuff, that's a big expense, and to have to do it twice.
And honestly, that's
like,
one aspect of ninth edition that
yeah.
I really like. I
Oh.
like the board size. I like the terrain.
Oh yeah.
I like the terrain rules.
Oh,
Like there's a couple of like weird things as
Sure.
far as like breachable and your like 1 inch engage sort of thing or whatever.
yeah.
Like you can be a little gamey with that, with like, oh, I'm 1 inch away from the wall and you can't charge me through the wall or whatever.
Not anymore.
Right?
That's been tossed out.
Hmm?
At least at ITC events, you can't do that anymore. But I can't GW events. You can the other way.
You're talking about WTC events?
Whatever the heck it is. All I know is
those are in Europe.
Well, no, because when I was playing at LVO, I was reminded that 1 inch from the wall thing doesn't work there.
Really?
That's what I was told. I was like, oh, okay, that's.
The ITC made.
Yeah, ITC made that change.
Okay, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I didn't hear it until I was there, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well,
so how do they handle it?
Oh,
I know,
just charge you.
I know WTC, the way that they do it is basically units can count as being like inside the wall.
Yeah.
Like you just essentially say, yeah, okay, my unit is like halfway in this wall. And we're gonna fight now.
Yeah, it's a visual. Yeah, it's exactly like that. So it wasn't a big deal. It didn't change the game for me or anything. It just still won, but it was good to know. Those dang demons.
So yeah, there's like little stuff like that. But by and large, I like the terrain rule.
Yeah,
I like
if I had to choose, I like GW's terrain rules, but I like ITC's variety. So like I love player place terrain for so many reasons now that I've played it a lot. One, every game's different, right? Like you're gonna have a general idea of how you want your army to play, and your goal is to build a terrain that'll benefit you, and your opponent's combating that, which I like. I like the fact that it keeps the judges not worrying about every table all the time. They just, here's your terrain, go to town. But I just wish the ITC terrain rules match GW's, because you can go to one table and that you can pretty much see through everything if you touch it, and then you go to the next one and half you can't. It just gets frustrating because it's too many rules to remember for terrain. Where GW, it's like, this is it, easy, done. I like that. GW at least does that right.
I liked playing at the GW Open on their terrain more than I liked playing player place terrain.
Oh sure, I like player
way
place
more.
But
I just I don't know the way that the system that GW had designed.
Yes.
To do that terrain felt the most fair. Of anything that I played. Like
sure.
Like, you know, coming to whatever table you're at, what the terrain's gonna look like, how it's gonna play.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like, okay, maybe it favors a little bit toward melee centric armies.
Sure.
But I also didn't feel like it like heavily skewed centric armies. Like,
I mean,
Tau
players were still doing
Tau players were doing great.
Yeah.
Harlequin players that were going light and shooting heavy were doing.
Yep.
Like it was definitely, I don't know, it just felt it felt fair. And the stats don't lie with that either. Like GW came out with their like stats across the board for their GW terrain in their open series.
Yeah.
And it was like the first turn, second turn win rate.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you get the roll to go first or go second.
Yes.
Was like dead even 50% across the board.
Nice.
And this was all GW events, like open events, for the entire year.
Yeah.
Was 50-50. And that's including the horrendousness of like the AdMech Codex coming out and the like 5 bombers.
Well, they just
and
don't talk about
whatever,
that data.
like flying. But it's including that data.
Oh, it
even.
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the time when it was like when it was like, yeah, if I go first, I'm gonna win. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even then, including that, it all evened out to be essentially 50% across the board
Nice.
at every table.
But I
And
mean,
I'm like, that doesn't, you can't lie about that. Like
well,
that
true. Well, no, I don't disagree with that. I don't at all disagree with that.
proof's in the pudding.
I have to. I mean, I agree. The only thing I see is like you can kind of map out how to play every like you literally. Or here's the way I like it: when you play player place to place terrain, every time you play, the table looks different than the last time for the most part. So there's no memorized way to play it. Where GW, I feel like you could be like, well, this is exactly how I play it every time based on this. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just I just like how it made every game fresh.
Yeah.
And I had to think constantly. I know other people wouldn't agree with that, but that's just how
what I don't like is that you can take an army that, especially with the LVO terrain, because I looked at like all the different setups for the LVO, and some of them are
terrible,
garbage.
Well, that was the biggest problem. I don't like I said, we come back to the terrain, and I feel like that's where the problem was. It was definitely not the player place part of it. It was the terrain.
Yeah. You know what I really like?
What's up?
WTC terrain.
I've never played on WTC terrain. So
you have played on WTC terrain because I've set up the board as WTC terrain.
Well, I didn't know you were doing it, so shut up.
So I really like WTC terrain. They are the ones that play with the the tall elves.
Oh, the tall elves.
So these things that are like,
I heard somebody complain about WTC
that are like super tall.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that play with like this, like these big L things or whatever.
Okay.
I love that. I think that it's really great. It gives certain armies, like knights.
Well, I mean they can hide and stuff.
Yeah, you can literally hide like a big knight behind that L.
Yeah.
And potentially not get shot off the board turn 1, right?
That would be nice.
Or you could bring Magnus to a game and not be shot off the board turn 1 because you can probably hide it behind one of these elves. Like, I really like it, and the way that WTC does it.
Okay, tell us more.
They come out with a PDF that tells you this is what terrain you use and this is where you put it on these missions.
Oh, okay.
So they just specifically call out like the L's go here, the smaller things go here. Like it's all packaged in that tournament pack for you. So there's no real question, right? Of like, how do we set it up or whatever. And I actually really like the way they do it. It's terrain heavy, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah. I
like having a good amount of terrain on the board. Have it not be.
I got you. I mean, there are definitely. There's definitely armies where, when I run into really shooty armies, which right now the metas can be really heavy of, it is nice to be able to hide a little bit. So I can't argue with that fact at all. So yeah, I saw that there's a mayhem going on in North Carolina. That looks like it could be a lot of fun. I was looking at there's a New York tournament that I was kind of eyeballing. Well, I just don't see myself being able to make it, sadly. But it was the what was it called? I forgot the name of it. But either way, it's in New York. It's a big tournament. I was thinking about going to it, but it's at the end of August. Like right when the kids are going back to school, and it's not the best time. So I don't know. I might have to just settle with the fact that I'm only getting about 6 to 7 big tournaments in this year. Only. And then, hey, it's what you gotta do.
Way more than most people.
No, I know, but when you're running around trying to be famous, you gotta go everywhere. But I think my biggest thing is I need to sit. I'm so bad at my ADHD's got me all over the place, and then I prioritizing other things. I need to get some more RTTs in. That's where I'm really looking for. So that's kind of my mentality. RTTs, get some of those fun. I used to be kind of not really interested in them, but now that I've done some of the bigger, several big tournaments now, I like just having a day where you play 3 games.
Fun, right?
Three games in a day is like no big deal. Like you can do it, go home, feel fine. It's when you're on day 2 and 3 of already playing, then you're like, the thing is like day 1, if you're practicing and you get a decent matchup, you should do all right. But day 2 and 3 is endurance. It's not. Hopefully you should know your army still well enough to play well.
Yeah.
But really, you're so mentally tired that can you just make good decisions while being exhausted?
And you didn't play at Bug Eater this last year either.
No.
That was 4 games.
Sadly.
4 games day 1.
That day 1 is okay, but you're tired day 2 though.
You get to day 2 though.
Day 2's gonna be rough.
You're tired at game 4 day 1.
Well, no, I don't disagree.
You're like, this is.
I could do it, but I agree. It's good. It's late. You're tired. Yeah, I don't know. Well, because Bug Eater's trying to avoid not having a Friday thing, or why can't they just do 3 and 3?
They did it.
They just want to get
I
home.
think they did it Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, they did Saturday, Sunday, but they could have done 3 and 3. But yeah, they want to have a closing ceremony, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know why. I'm sure we can find out why.
They do it at a school, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, they do.
I had to cancel it
Because it's basically a charity event.
Yeah,
or like it raises money for that school.
Sounds like they chose not to shift the date from what it was. Because we have the Kansas City event coming, which I'm going to Kansas City. So Kansas City is on the same weekend as Bug Eater, and Bug Eater was thinking about moving the date, but I guess they didn't. So,
they had enough people be like, yeah, we'll come anyway.
Yeah, I guess so, but
the Kansas event is a team event.
Yeah, so if you don't have a team, you're probably less.
Yeah, I think that's the long and the short of it is like.
Yeah.
If you want to show up with 5 people, and play in it, then you can do that. But
yeah, and I think that's our plan. Is like I'm going with the 6s.
Yeah.
Hopefully we put in a couple teams, but we'll see.
Start in on this bad boy.
Let's do it,
Mr. Angry Ron.
That's the one everyone's waiting for. How dare you?
So excited.
Let's do it.
I've watched a few battle reports of this guy. He has fun. He has fun every battle. He has fun.
I've watched him die and come back and do bad things to people
multiple times.
Yeah, I've heard mixed feelings on him. Some people are saying he's too good. Some people are saying he's not good enough.
I think he's fine. I think the issue with him is that there is another character in the army that has an ability that's way better than anything that he brings to the table.
Sure.
Which is the Lord Invocatus.
Yes, he's super good. That's why I've been hearing his name a lot.
So his Warlord trait is you pick 2 core units that are within 9 inches of him.
Yep.
And they get a pregame move.
Ooh, yes, that's the one.
And they get to pregame move their full movement.
Which is unbelievably good.
So Eightbound.
Yep, that's what I knew you were saying.
They move 11 inches. Or they move 9 inches. Sorry. They move 9 inches. However, the Lord Invocatus also gives an aura of plus 2-inch movement.
Oh, that's super good. So you know where he's going to be.
So,
so good.
So he gives the 8-bound, because the regular 8-bound are core. Yep. So he gives the 8-bound 11-inch movement and a pregame move. Okay. So you roll the dice. You get first turn. You move 2 units of 8-bound 11 inches up.
Of course.
And then the Lord Invocatus moves 12 inches and he flies. So
he flies?
Yeah. He's riding a juggernaut and he rides the
he's like
having rainbow.
He's like having ET
makes
moment.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I love it. He's ET in his way across the battlefield.
And he flies. And so he moves up 12 inches and gets within range to give the 8-bound 2 more inches, right? And then they do the regular move of another 11 inches.
Boy.
So if you're keeping track at home, that's 22 inches of movement.
Oh, boy.
Before they charge.
Yeah. So they don't set up on the line.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Wait to see where they're
they move 22 inches across the board at you and then charge into you and then just murder anything that they go into.
Yeah.
And that is what we call very strong.
Yeah, that's a nice turn 1 alpha strike.
But the problem is,
yes,
the World Eaters Codex does not have a stratagem to give a warlord trait to someone. So weird. you have the stratagem from the Arcs of Omen book.
Yes.
To give a warlord trait to your warlord.
Okay.
Right? And you have no other way to give a warlord trait to anything. So World Eaters get 1 warlord trait to give to something, and they have to give it to their warlord. And Angron has to be your warlord if he's in your army.
So that's a problem. So there's
problem.
No secondary, because the Jakari have tolerated ambitions.
Mm-hmm.
Harlequins have Hero of the Eldar, where you could give it, but they don't have that.
Nope.
Oh wow. Okay.
And that has been a trend for the more recent codexes that have come out, which leads me to think that potentially 10th edition isn't going to be a hard reset.
Okay.
Because
They're just gonna.
we're seeing this trend of new codexes follow a certain thing where there's far less stratagems
Yeah.
and there's less warlord traits and there's less ways to give out warlord traits.
Sure.
And I'm thinking that's a trend for what 10th edition is going to be like.
Could be.
And it wouldn't make a ton of sense to me, although GW likes to do things that don't make a ton of sense. Right? It wouldn't make a ton of sense to me to have these codexes come out and have them follow this sort of path.
Yeah.
And then be like, yeah, okay, and these rules don't mean anything, right?
Well, some people are like going the other way because the fact that like certain armies, like Space Marine armies, aren't getting a codex now, and people are like, see, they're just gonna hard reset, and they didn't want to waste the paper.
Or they're just gonna be the first codex of 10th.
It's true, but we already know Blood Angels are gonna be the first of 10th, along with Nids, because the leaks have been coming out real strong in that.
Either
favor.
Blood Angels or Dark Angels.
Yeah,
because the leaks have gone Dark Angels as well.
It's true.
So who knows?
Well, if they, oh man, could you imagine if they went Lion right off the bat at the beginning of 10th? That would.
It'd be cool.
No, I'm not saying it's bad.
It'd be a
that
big
would
move.
be like huge.
Yeah.
Like the Lion in the first box set against Nids or something, and people would go insane.
Yeah.
It would be.
People would love it.
Yeah. Now that I would support GW. How's everybody doing in chat?
But yeah, that's the really people aren't necessarily saying that Angron is bad.
No, agreed.
As far as his rule set's really good. He moves real fast. He murders anything he touches.
Yes.
Like the dude,
he's a
like
murder machine.
whatever he's going into, you better hope has a really, really good invulnerable save, and you roll all of them, like, because otherwise it's a lot of damage and murders things.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can come back, and the fact that he gives Chapter Master rerolls to something to reroll their full hit roll in the command phase. Like he does a lot of interesting stuff. It's just the fact that like the Lord Invocatus ability is so good.
I mean, just hearing it, I know. Like,
right.
Oh wow.
That you're like, yeah,
I want that.
Competitively speaking, I want that.
Yeah.
And I want
100%.
that more than I want Angron.
Yeah, Angron is a showpiece for sure. I think he's going to get lots of play. And there'll be people who go to tournaments who are anti-meta. They go there and bring armies simply not to do the meta.
Yeah.
And so Angron will be there, and we'll still see him, and he'll still win games.
Oh yeah.
So it's just for sure going to be interesting. I think. Now, thinking on that end, like, what? So how did you think, or how do I put this? So you got to watch me play Harlequins last week into our love match.
Yeah.
How did you like? You got to see me play them, and you haven't seen me play them in a long time. What'd you think? What was your takeaway? What was I like? Were you awe-inspired by my beauty? I don't know how I want to ask.
I think.
Let's see.
I was a little surprised by how you played.
Ooh, tell me more. I want to hear more.
So you started the game, and you basically took your whole army, and you put it in the midfield. Yeah. And you said, "Let's go."
That's me.
And I was like, "Huh." Like it surprised me as far as like from a Harlequin like standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, what I would expect.
For sure.
Harlequins to do. So it was surprising to me. I didn't think that it was a bad move. You obviously won.
Oh yeah.
It's like there's that.
Well, I just took the data I collected from LVO and said they don't have armor contempt anymore. I'm still gonna die, but you're gonna die way easier than you used to.
That's true.
Let's go. And so like when I played them at LVO, I played more like staging. I kind of set up my combos, and then turn 2-3 on. I started laying into them. Where this one, I was like, you know what? I don't care. We got a 5 of involved. We're coming for you, sir.
Yeah.
I think GW is going to go BA to start 10th. Update Dante.
Blood
yeah,
Angels.
good point. Yep. Then they'll do all the DAs for Lion once the initial 10th. It's quite possible. I mean, I'm interested in that as well. I know some people are not happy about the possibility of Blood Angels because they already got their thing in 9th. And, it's kind of like we don't need more Blood Angels Tyranid stuff. Like, people feel like that's over. So, who knows? I can't speak to it. I don't know. I'm not reading the lore very much. And I'm only keeping up the lore through either people talking about it or doing the, watching the internet. So I can't say if that battle on ball, I mean, I'm assuming it's over. But where is it raging on now? I don't know.
So here's my thought, and I have nothing to back this up other than just what I think would be cool.
Yes,
right?
let's go.
They don't do Blood Angels to the start. They do Dark Angels, and the lore is that the Tyranids have arrived at the Dark Angels place.
Yes, because they're arriving everywhere.
Yep, and so the Dark Angels have to shift real hard from we want to murder all chaos and the fallen that don't exist or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they have to shift real hard to being like, oh crap, Tyranids, right?
Yep.
And now there's like this actual
threat
to the Dark Angels that they're like, oh crap, something bad is really, really happening right now. Yep. Boom, Lion shows up. Like he kicks open his bedroom door and says, "What is going on? Why are you guys so loud?"
Dad's back.
I'm trying to play Call of Duty in here, and it's like, "Oh crap, Tyranids!" and steps up and starts wrecking face or whatever. That's my thought. Is that we go Dark Angels versus Tyranids.
That'd be fresh.
Throw everybody off because we've done the Blood Angels versus Tyranids thing. We've done that. Like yeah.
I'm down.
And then maybe in lore, the Blood Angels are like, "Hey, we can come and help you."
And then cool.
And then they refresh Dante, or whatever, right?
Yeah, Dante survives the transformation, shows up with his cousin. He's like, I don't know, something. Yeah, I mean, either way, I'm against refreshes, honestly, unless it's genuinely needed. I don't like suddenly the model going up twice and up 50%. I'm anti that.
GW likes it.
Oh, of course they do. They're like, let's do this, but I'm against it.
Gotta make that money.
That's why, like, I end up buying all my elves like I did because I know they're gonna continue updating that line, and I want to get the old stuff, which since I've been playing since third, I like the look of the old stuff. It brings back fond memories. So that's me. But I know there's other people craving that new stuff.
Definitely getting big.
Give me that new stuff.
Big Bellacore vibe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, the guy who worked on this model is the same guy who did the Bellacore model.
Oh, well, then that explains it.
So they're very kind of reminiscent of, which I'm not angry about because I love the Bellacore model.
Yeah.
This model looks good too, so.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where this all goes, right? I mean, we can't always be sure, but it will be.
We definitely need a new Loyalist primer. Gilliman can't do this on his own. He's starting to he's probably starting to sweat, honestly. He's been sweating since he woke up.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, can't argue with that. He could use some reinforcements, please.
Yeah, we got freaking Abaddon. We got Angron showing back up. We've got not that Angron apparently has gone anywhere in lore. He's been around forever. We've got
see you, Yoda Tech. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks
as always.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
We've got Magnus and Mortarion still hanging out.
Yeah.
Although Mortarion is in lore like in the like detention center for Nurgle. He's
in trouble, huh?
Yeah, because
dropped in favor.
Yeah, he tried to take Gulliman out and ended up allowing Gulliman into Nurgle's garden.
Oh, that's where it burned,
and
right?
Gulliman went like Super Saiyan with the Emperor's power and torched a large portion of Nurgle's garden.
Yeah, not things that would make you Nurgle happy.
With Emperor's power. So it's like that doesn't grow back quickly. That's gonna stay scorched for a while.
Yeah.
And then Mortarion got sucked into Papa Nurgle's house.
Ooh, yeah, that'll get a little talking to from Dad.
Yeah, he's in the corner with a dunce hat on right now.
Because Nurgle, his number over his head changed.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, oh no, Dad's real mad. Well, that's interesting. I was watching this interesting thing where they were talking about the Eternals in 40K. I'm assuming you know who the Eternals are.
Like the
Eternals of Earth, the ones that never die.
Yeah, like Vulcan's an Eternal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Emperor is supposedly an
Apparently, yeah, exactly. So there's been this idea, talk that the Eternals have a plan to stop chaos, but that plan requires all of humankind to be gone. That we win through losing, in a sense. Because there's two ways to win this, or two ways to lose this. One is that all mankind is gone, and the chaos gods go with us because they have no one to feed on.
Huh.
Or two, chaos wins. They don't wipe out mankind, and they continue on, and mankind truly loses. So it was just interesting take on it. I like the idea that how bad do we want to lose this, right? So that winning that. Well,
Blood Angels and Laura are dealing with mids. Dante's half again. Solomon said, "Here, this is all you, buddy." Yep.
So you go deal with it. I'm busy.
Moving from ball and isn't healing. He's Rubicon. We'll do Blood Angels after.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'm all for it. Let's go. I'm down.
Yeah, anything but more Ultramarine, right?
Yeah, those stinky blue boys. Nobody likes them, anyways.
Love them so.
He's got an addiction, people.
I want more Ultramarine stuff. I know nobody wants more Ultramarine stuff, other than me apparently, and Cass.
Yeah. Well, he won a RTT this
oh yeah,
last weekend. Good, yeah. He did well, my friend. Let's see. Oh man, there it is.
I think Ultramarines are in a good spot currently.
They really are. I think that they are doing well, without a doubt. Okay, so that one's done. Where's my big blade? There you are. Excuse me. Yeah, I think Marines in general are looking good. Ultramarines aren't really high up there, but the players who really know them are doing well with them.
They have one trick that I think puts them above a lot of other
scan.
ones. No, well, Aspect Scan is for all Marines. All Marines have.
I know. That's why I don't like.
They have the redeploy.
Yes. Oh, the redeploy.
Yeah, 2 CP redeploy, three units. So you can be like deploy aggressively.
Yeah.
Or take like Invictor Tactical Warsuits at forward deploy.
Yeah.
Right. Put them up there, and then if you don't get first turn, you spend 2 CP and you redeploy. You pull them back.
Oh,
you tuck them back behind terrain, and not only that, but
that's getting excited, people.
That stratagem happens before the game starts. You know the rules about stratagems. You can't use the same stratagem twice in the same phase.
Gotcha.
But if you have a stratagem that takes place outside of a phase, you can use it as many times as you want. So you can spend 4 CP and redeploy 6 units.
Is this? Oh, that's why that worked. Okay, I see. I don't like it.
Yep.
It sounds like a real.
So if you get first turn, you spend the 2 CP anyway. You redeploy 3 of your units outside cover and get them in a good position to be able to alpha strike.
Right? Yeah. And then Gotcha.
It's very powerful. It's really, really good. Yeah.
I gotcha.
We need more lieutenants, definitely.
I wonder how long until
lieutenants.
GW decides to nerf stuff they've given such, because Gene Stealer's up at nearly 70% win rate. Dark Angels are above 60%, and I think Demons have punched up into up to the near 60% win rate now, because apparently they do well against. They've caused a bit of a problem that obviously they're aware of, but somehow my lovely Harlequins have managed to hold on to 50% win rate, so they're not going to get any help. Hikari, though, I think they're so good, but they need a little bit of love. A little bit of love. At 41%, they could use a little ball. That's why I feel it. Change my mind. Trying to change my mind. Let's see. We're going to get those on while I'm thinking of it. This is over here. Oh, so much stuff to build. Yeah.
Is number 13. How are you?
13.
13.
I'm over here. I'm here, sir. Right here.
Camera died. I didn't charge the battery before we started.
Oh no. It's okay though.
And the good thing is it hangs out here at the paused screen.
Yeah,
so at least it isn't like gone.
Yeah. It's like we're not starting over again. Okay, we got that done. We got to get some more. Ooh, something jingled. Need more lieutenants. Oh, cool.
That leg. Though.
Are lieutenants good? Tell me more. I don't know.
He's making a joke for because I was like, oh, I want more Ultramarines.
Oh,
we need more lieutenants because they keep coming out with Marine lieutenants.
Yes, that's true.
I will say, There is one more Marine Lieutenant that is coming out
There is. Oh,
that I
boy.
am slightly excited for. Not because I need another lieutenant, but because that lieutenant
Yes.
is a new kit for
Oh.
lieutenants that has all of the lieutenant options
Ah,
in that kit.
that makes
Which means we no longer need to have lieutenant with power sword, lieutenant with power fist, although lieutenant with power fist didn't exist until now. Lieutenant with like plasma pistol or what, like we no longer need all of these different lieutenant kits
Gotcha.
because we're now just going to have one has all the options in it. So
Okay.
hopefully we don't get any more lieutenants. We just get this one and then we're good for ever.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got these arms done. They're all ready to go. We got to get these arms cleaned up and glued on, plus the baby arms, and that'll be 2 of these bad boys done.
Arms.
Yeah, they literally have little baby arms. Little baby arms everywhere.
Little tiny baby arms.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
A lot of pieces in the kit.
Yeah, I would say that there's a few in there.
It's cool though.
That's the same thing with my Diva Prince. Remember, like there's so many.
Yeah,
pieces in that new
Bellacore
one.
was the same way too.
Yeah, sadly I didn't. I had to do a modification of mine. Like I was telling you, I had to do some arm cut and stuff. Now he's kind of looking cool, but not the way he was originally intended. He'll be his own unique pose now, which I like.
Yeah.
Once you get comfortable with kit bashing, right?
You did a similar thing with like armor for your knights. Right? It was like a mistake that you made with their legs
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, I
And you
made
were
a
just like,
mistake with
okay,
legs.
cool, they're just gonna step on top of something.
Yeah, I just like the easiest solution was to take extra bits and
Yeah.
use them, right?
Happy mistakes, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, when you like you said, when you're building stuff at 2 a.m,
Yeah.
and you make a leg mistake,
Leg mistake.
it just happens.
Disabled.
Yeah.
Leg disabled.
Man, they just look so cool. I don't know what they're called, but I just love the way they look.
Corpus Scari Electro Priests.
Oh, you could just call it Electro Piece, and that would have been cool with it.
Hmm.
Well, I like it. I mean, looks good. They look like they do bad things. What this reminds me of, for those of us who are huge fans of Hellboy, especially if you watch the movie, the first one, and the German guys, not German guy actually, it's Rasputin, who's got all that stuff connected on. That looks just like it,
Sure.
like he's trying to bring Hellboy through
Yeah.
the portal. I like it. Well, which is interesting because I feel like that world could easily connect to 40K, right? Because
it does feel very
so I like that a lot. Like woohoo! But yeah, too bad that
the little things that they do that are like, yeah, this is a bit you need to glue on. Like, why did this toe claw need to be another, like a different bit to glue on?
I
They
had no idea.
absolutely could have just like
You think they could have?
just
Yeah.
part of the shot in the mold,
Yeah. For some reason, they needed it.
Yeah, they want to give
I
you.
bet there's a technical answer.
They
for
want to
it.
give you a sense of pride and
I
accomplishment with building
I don't know
the
why,
models.
but I
With
like it.
the bomb snail.
Bomb Snail looks cool to me.
Bomb snails.
Woo!
Not even hobbies.
Let's see.
Love us like we love you.
Yes, love us back. Well, I mean, the nice thing is we're waiting for them to decide if they're gonna ever make us like have a partnership, but they haven't said no either. So we're in limbo until we get better, and I'll take that limbo.
I like limbo. Limbo's a fun
So
game.
while we wait to prove ourselves, or they wait to us to prove ourselves, that's probably the right way to say that. We will just keep talking about how much we love their stuff.
Make good stuff.
They do.
Painted my monolith in mostly.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Paints.
I can't wait to actually. Are you done with it yet, or how close are you?
It's finished.
Oh, I never got the. Was that the when you were rotating? Was that the final one?
Yeah.
You got to send me the video of that so I
He's
can
done.
share it everywhere. And obviously, you shared it on Reddit. So.
Yeah. Put it not where
Oh, there it is.
people can see it.
It's looking quite fabulous.
Monolith is finished. I worked really hard on the base of it that just gets covered up by the monolith, which I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I'm glad that we talked about that. You did put it on there. Great.
It's actually magnetized if I decide I don't like it.
Well, actually, I like it because it does fit.
Yeah.
So I'm down for it with it. That's kind of
Yeah,
that's the way I want it.
It doesn't
to be.
tip down. No,
But that's the way I want it.
I know, but it doesn't do it.
I have a way to make it work, but it won't do it. Break it. No, it looks fantastic. It's got a little wet base thing going on.
Mhm.
I love it. Um, yeah, you improved on that. Oh, it looks so good now.
Mm-hmm.
It looked terrible before, but now it looks so good.
And yeah, it's just a
Where did
little
I put my phone? That's my question.
literally sitting in front of
Oh, it's because I'm weird, blind. Don't mind me, people. Here, we're gonna put it on the rotator now. I'm gonna film something right now while we're live. This is how we steal stuff. Bait and switch, people. Bait and switch. Oh gosh, how heavy is this?
you. It's not light.
Yes, yes, there.
It's definitely not blowing off the table anytime soon.
Okay. Oh, hey, interesting. When you put my camera like this, you can see the cracks in the lens. Okay, let me get video here and then
Ooh,
record.
it's moving quick.
Ooh, it's going quick. We gotta turn it the other way. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, the finished product looking fabulous. Goes. How's everybody doing on chat? Great. Did a great job. I'm gonna send you all of my models that need this, and then we'll be
That
good.
need LEDs.
Yeah. Adrian from Tabletop Titans said he was extremely jealous
Yeah.
of your conversion, which was high praise from that man.
Yeah.
So for sure, I'm gonna send that. Yeah, I'll post that up a little later. We're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna get some arms on here. We're gonna at least I got 2 of these guys done. I got 2 more I'll build tomorrow, or maybe I'll stay up until one of them. I don't know. Not what I want to do, that's for sure. Especially when I have to be up early in the morning with my kids. Like, we need to go to school, Daddy. It's like, I know.
Yeah.
But let's see
It's
here.
gonna snow tomorrow.
Yes, it is. I need to when I get home. I'm gonna bring my hawk in for the night. Let her chill there. Gonna release her at the end of the month so she can go back to the wild and do her own thing, and I can stop paying to feed her. No more for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so busy. I don't have time to hunt her right now. So she's living the good life of nice, warm place with free food. She's having a good life. But it is time for her to pay her own bills, and me stop buying her food.
Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle. Good. Thanks for coming. Man, let's see here. Got a little while longer, but no, I'm really proud of what you did here. It looks good.
You.
The gold definitely took some patience. You dry brushed it, I'm assuming, or like a light little tea. Or did you actually get in there?
I overbrush. Yeah.
Yeah. Same way.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Little.
Yeah, similar thing.
You wash this afterwards or no?
What?
All these little crack bits.
Yeah.
Just curious. Okay.
Mhm.
No, it looks good. I don't have a whole lot to critique. I don't know if I could have done better. So at this point, I think it's nothing to be upset about. I think a lot of people would just be super jealous to have this on the table. So it's got a spider back here, huh?
Yeah, it's a
Interesting.
in lore that's called a canoptic leech.
Oh.
It doesn't have a model or any sort of like
Yeah.
rules for in game.
Okay.
But in lore, they're actually used to siphon power from Catan shards.
Ah.
Because Catan shards are these all powerful star gods that just like go nuts and murder everything.
Yeah.
And the canoptic leeches can pull the power from them and keep them in check or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like this is not a Catan.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
like why the leech is there, I don't really know. The orb on top is supposed to be what powers the um particle whip weapon, which is the 38-inch I'm gonna hurt you real bad weapon.
Nice.
And so the thought is like maybe the leech is there to like regulate the power of that particle whip to make sure it doesn't back and hurt.
It's the power of the sun.
Literally, yeah. power of sun gods, basically.
That's interesting. Yeah. And so the sun god, these gods don't live in the immaterial. They live in the real world.
Yeah, they are physical gods.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's it gets it actually gets talked about a little bit in the Dark Imperium series with Guilliman, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's right.
He has a like an Eldar Farseer with him. That he asks his like some of his close captains and the Farseer and like whatever into like like an inner chamber,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Hey, we need to talk about what a god is,
That's
because I
funny.
need to I value all of your inputs, and I want to know what you guys think." Because he's wrestling with whether or not
The emperor is
the
a god.
emperor is a god. Because he's like 100% no, the emperor's not a god, and he like denies it all the time because he's like, oh, the emperor himself said that he's not a god.
Yeah.
But now, like 10,000 years later,
He seems to
after he
be.
wakes up, he's like, okay, he said that he wasn't, but does that necessarily mean that he isn't?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And like, what does being a god actually mean? And the Eldar Farseer had a lot of interesting things to say. He's like, actually, there's a lot of different types. Like to us, there's a lot of different types of gods. You have the gods of the warp,
Yep.
that are the gods of the Immaterium. You got Nurgle and Khorne and Slanesh and Tzeentch and whatever,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
Like those are those gods. You have more physical gods,
yeah.
that are gods of like the actual Materium, the whatever. And he specifically calls out Catan shards, and the Eldar gods,
Yeah, that's a good
um,
point.
and stuff like that. Like there's all these different like levels of like what a god could be. And then he's like, and then there's whatever the Emperor is.
He's definitely an eternal.
And he's like, is he a god? By our standards,
Yes.
yeah, he probably is. And it's like, huh, interesting. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, but he calls out the Catan of like the star gods of the Necrons of
Yeah.
like by all account and like power level and what they can do.
Yeah.
Like you'd be a fool to call them anything but,
Yeah, for sure.
you know.
And I think the emperor is definitely a god. I mean, the man was when I learned about some of the stuff he had done before, like he even really messed around with Space Marines and stuff. The fact that he'd already been to Mars, he put a Catan shard there, and all the things he'd already done. Like, and you think of how long he lived. It's like, yeah, that he may be a human god. He may not be the most powerful form of a god, but he's up there.
Well, and the Eldar even brings up the idea that he might not have been a god,
Okay.
but maybe just like a super powerful being.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
But potentially him dying and being in whatever he's in right now, and the Imperium progressing the way that it has now, where
yeah,
you
yeah.
have all of these billions of people believing that he is a god
I elevated him.
and pushing that all of that thought and belief and whatever,
Yeah.
has empowered him to the point where he is
Huh.
that thing now.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, the Eldar, the Farseer's like, yeah, the power of belief is like a really strong thing,
Yeah, I mean, that's it works, right?
or ask the Eldar, right? Like
Sure.
they put so much emotion into the warp that they birthed their own god.
Well,
Right?
emotion and all the things
Yeah.
they were doing. Yeah.
You know,
For sure. They
So,
birthed their own version
like
of
the
it.
power of
Well, I wouldn't call it their own god. Their own destruction.
well, a god of their own creation.
Sure.
You know?
Well, but yeah, I mean, I don't disagree that it was their own creation. Definitely not for their benefit.
That's what I mean by their own.
Well, and the thing is, it shouldn't be a big surprise to them because if you think about it, they had already had several gods they had birthed, and now they birthed another one, right? They can already have the god of death now. So I mean, the elves have kind of already should know by now, for sure now, that they can create gods from their behavior alone.
I've always thought of the Emperor like an elder. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, and there's a lot of like question as far as like what the plans the Emperor had. Was he planning on making himself into a god? Was he,
Yeah.
a lot of interesting things that he could be doing.
Yeah, for sure.
That and Gulliman really struggled with like in the book he struggled with like who he believed his father to be.
Yeah.
Before Gulliman died.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back and goes to see him like on Terra,
Yeah.
the experience that he has with him is like, that is not the person that I knew 10,000 years.
Yeah,
like,
well,
that is
I
don't know what
who
that is.
changes in 10,000 years. I mean,
sitting on a throne, right?
Yeah.
And being this corpse god
What
thing or whatever.
I would love for the whole Star Child, little thing that people talk about. I would love it if like the lion comes back. I would love it if like you got Golem and the lion and what's his name, the other eternal
Vulcan.
Vulcan, and I would love it if they went and they just pulled the Emperor off his life support, and then like he rebirths. You know what I mean? And then that would be super awesome.
They would have to kill Trajan Valoris.
Yes, let's do that.
To do that.
I mean, if
that
anyone
dude would not allow.
If anyone knows anything about my feelings about Custodes, Trajan dying would not be a problem for me.
So it's so funny too, like the explanation of like what Guilliman went through when he walked into the throne room of Terra is like basically they walked in, and to Guilliman's perspective, like a ton of stuff happened, and it was like an hour or something, or like 2 or 3 hours of him standing there and like his father talking to him.
Oh wow, it's a long conversation.
And then from Trajan's perspective, because Trajan was right next to him.
Yeah.
Literally nothing happened.
Oh, so they
walked in. They were in there for like 15 minutes, and Guilliman like stood there, and nothing happened. And what happened outside the throne room is they walked in, and they came out 3 days later.
Oh wow!
Like or two days later. It was days later.
Oh wow!
And so it was like it's this weird thing where like everyone's perspective of what the heck happened is entirely different, and you're just like, wow, that's neat. I like that.
That's real trippy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trajan can stop three Primaris, three Primarchs trying to yank the God King off the.
He could make a good run of it.
He can try.
In lore, he definitely could make a good run of it. Like,
well, I feel like 2 of them could keep him busy, while the third is like, "Come here, Daddy."
Yeah.
I just feel like the Primarchs are a step above even him, even though he is in so many ways a Primarch himself. Right?
He's a 2-time victor of the Blood Games, man. Can't shirk that.
No, nobody doubts it. Nobody doubts it.
Nobody wins the Blood Games, and he's done it twice.
Yeah,
and it's like, whew, he's figured out how to kill the Emperor.
Too good. Now to corrupt him.
Yeah, right.
Give him a demon sword. Like, just put it underneath his bed. Let it talk to him while he sleeps. He doesn't even know he has it.
It'd be such a 40K thing to do, too. This awesome, incorruptible dude, and it's like, yeah, we put, like, a pea under his bed, basically.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, why can't I sleep?
I can't sleep. What's going on?
I keep hearing this voice. Is that you, Emperor? Oh, my goodness. To me, that would be too funny.
Zinch laughing.
We got you. Come to me, my little Bridget. Yeah, we're gonna do Zinch as the witch from Oz, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here.
That almost sounded like Yoda mixed with a witch. I love it.
Yes.
Chaos is the way, yeah.
Chaos for you. Yes.
Chaos does. Something crazy. Yeah, I love it. Oh my goodness. But let's see. Got everything that I want to build tonight done. I've got some new patches. Got a box here. We gotta throw some trash away. Look at
Trash.
Trash. You're just hot trash. Oh well, thank you for noticing.
Trash.
Do a little cutting of magnets on the bases. That's what we shall do. Make these things not just slide away. Let's see. We'll drop one. Work. Oh no. Oh, I scrolled up. That's why I'm reading Yoda text last one.
You're reading back on stuff.
I was like, oh yeah. Well, that's cool though. Like, cause I know Yoda was playing Custodes, but now it seems like he's Necroning it up.
He got that army.
Yeah, so good for him on that.
Yeah, Necrons are cool.
Yeah, they're not bad. I do like their lore. I'm not interested in playing them.
Play them on Friday. It'll be fun.
Well, I'm not playing them on Friday.
Well, no, of course not.
But
this thing's gonna show up on the table Friday. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be there.
Yep,
Shot off the table, but it's gonna be there.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be there.
That's funny. Oh.
21. 21.
21.
21.
Oh man. There you are. Okay. Apparently, learning from Mike, the #1 Canadian Custodes player, now that I'm thinking of it, he says that Sisters matchup is really bad for the Custodes.
Really?
Yeah, as a general. Oh, I didn't include that. That's why it's just rocking and rolling. Yeah, he said that it's not a good matchup for them because they have the shots they have are all high strength
Yeah.
and bad damage for them, and so it's just unless you can get to them quickly, they just shoot you off the board and you just feel bad. That's what I was learning. So that's kind of what I've been taking away from doing these interviews. I'm trying to learn a little bit about people's armies they're focused on, right?
What they think are bad matchups.
Yeah, what bad matchup, what's good matchups, what they feel the current meta is like for them. I feel like that's an interesting topic that we don't hear. We hear people talking about the meta as a whole, but talking to some of these guys that are amazing at these different armies, what do they feel about meta? So that's where I'm kind of coming from this interview. So that's why I'm excited to meet with Jake from Vanguard State Farm. Yes, from Vanguard Tactics, because he is a Votan player, and I don't know anybody playing Votan locally, so
not yet,
let alone not at his level. So
yeah, right.
I definitely want to chat at him up about it. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, we have like 90 views on that first interview, so that was super exciting.
Sure.
It seems like people on Instagram like interviews. So I just need now to figure out how. It won't let me save it though, so I feel real sad there.
Andrea said something about it will let you save it, but you have to do it like as soon as you finish.
Yeah,
I might do something.
There was a lot of options, so I have to look at it more carefully after this one, because that one I'd like to get up on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm also not. I also wouldn't be surprised if it's something that like Instagram do.
Yeah, because I'd like to put it on.
We want your interview here.
Yeah, because
I don't want it anywhere else.
Because I'd like to take that interview, share it on TikTok, share it on YouTube. We can have it several places for sure.
Yeah,
would be real nice. So hopefully we can do that. But if you didn't realize it, please Friday morning. If you're not available, that's fine. But check out our Instagram, because we're gonna have Jake from Vanguard Tactics on there talking about his 40K life, talking about the Votan. It should be a lot of fun for sure. So be there for that. And if you're still here hanging out with us now, we just want to say thank you so much, as always, for being here, supporting us.
Gracias.
And don't forget, we have a giveaway. Check that out. We have a video up for it if you want to know what you need to do to be involved in it. And join our Discord. Talk with us. We love chatting.
We do.
And hopefully we'll see you again, this Friday when we have, what is it going on? Who's battling? Do we know?
I believe it is myself playing Necrons versus Kyle, and I'm going to guess that he's playing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So check out our Friday, and then we'll see you next week with more content.
Indeed.
There you go. So my name is Steven.
My name is Travis. And this is Improbable Wargaming. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah.
We will catch you guys Friday and catch you guys next time if you show up for Hobby and Hang.
Yes. Loved hanging out with you.
And where is it? Have a good one.
Bye-bye.